The game is pretty interesting this year. There's a new level of complication with all these obstacles, and the audience can even pick two of them, which gives you a sort of connection that we've never reached in past years. As well as there's a great competitive aspect between the two teams, as opposed to last year where each team was just stacking on their own side and there wasn't really any besides throwing pool noodles.
The game, I think, is really interesting in terms of like the obstacles and the amount of things that can go on in the field, like all the different things you can have and different I don't know, just like what can go on in the field. I think is really interesting this year in terms of like amount, and I really like the theme of it all too. I think it's really interesting to have one set theme for everyone to kind of get excited for. That's really important. In terms of our robot, I think what we have is super innovative this year. The way that we're using bicycle wheels, I think no other team probably thought of it as an option. I think tractor wheels might be of a bigger norm this year. And I think using bicycle wheels is definitely thinking outside the box for us, and I'm really proud that we came up with that.
Preparing that generation. They're the best problem solvers we have.
FIRST is about much more than just robots.
Welcome to the first robotics competition and the 2016 tournament challenge, First Stronghold. The Alliance quest is to breach the opponent's defenses, known as the Outer Works, weaken their tower with boulders, and capture it. The low bar in position 1 is permanent. The defense in position 3 changes periodically by audience selection. Opponents are savvy and will be strategically selecting the remaining 3 defenses to strengthen their outerworks while in line for their next match. There are more than 10,000 possible field configurations. Robots start in the neutral zone and may have 1 boulder each. Additional boulders will be placed on the midline and in each castle. Alliances may assign a spy bot to start in their opponent's courtyard and a human player to occupy the spy station to signal intelligence about activities on the far side of the field to their castle. The first 15 seconds of the match, the robots are autonomous and may earn points by reaching their opponent's outerworks, crossing defenses, and scoring boulders in goals. During the following 2-minute and 15-second teleoperated period, human drivers remotely control their robots. They retrieve boulders, overcome opponent defenses, and score boulders and goals from their opponent's courtyard. The first time a robot fully crosses a defense, some of the base lights will turn off, indicating that defense's strength is reduced. On the second crossing, all lights turn off, indicating that defense is considered damaged. Once any 4 of the 5 opponent defenses are considered damaged, the outerworks are breached and the Alliance receives points. Human players deliver boulders to their secret passage through their castle wall. Alliances may have only 1 robot at a time in their own courtyard to defend their castle. As boulders are scored, the tower loses strength. Once enough boulders are scored in the opponent's tower, the opponent's flag will drop, indicating the tower has been weakened and can now be captured at the end of the match by surrounding it. During the last 20 seconds, robots may extend to reach the tower rungs and scale the tower for additional points. If an alliance captures their opponent's tower at the end of the match, their flag is raised and the alliance earns more points. The alliance with the highest score at the end of the match earns the win. Step into your castle, proudly raise your team standard, and face the challenge ahead at this year's first robotics competition, First Stronghold.
Game.
Well, this game, it's so cool because I think last year was the first game I got to and it wasn't really contact. So this year, the fact that it's contact and there's so many different obstacles that you can do is so cool. Because you can focus either on getting over certain obstacles or scoring or pulling your robot up at the ends. And it's just there's so many different components of it that it's really cool. And our robot this year is focusing on getting over obstacles, which I think is a good idea because that can get you some of the most points, and that's what people look for in an alliance. So it's going to be exciting to get over as many obstacles as possible.
Come forward.
Papa.
Bring it over the ramparts.
Come on, baby. Come to Papa. One of the wheels on the bottom. It's part of the frame kit. Turtle! Tortuga! It's our first Tortuga.
All kinds of good stuff here. Oh, look. The Robo-Reels are down with Velcro sometimes.
Do it again.
First Tortuga.
Yeah.
What do you think of this year's game?
I think it's awesome. I'm not driving though.
Tortuga!
We just turn the robot over. What are you going to do next?
So this is our standard at this point, but it's coming out really well. We're working on the back, which is going to be a hat, and we're going to have places for our patches and the first symbol. We're broaching a gear to put on to use as a 90-degree gear to power the motor, which will power the arm, which will move down the drawbridge. So that'll work, hopefully.
Looks pretty good. Okay. Try it from there.
We're gonna take the whole game. Just put it down.
Friction drive in them, so we're going to have the two bicycle tires here and here, and the way it works, we have friction drive, that's the tires, so it's somewhere to bounce off.
AKA Josh drive.
Okay, Josh drive.
Students like high.
Go.